तं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविडं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं कुरुदेव देव। हरि ओम। We are doing the Panchadasi, the 6th chapter, completing the text because we finished up to 15 and only the half that we did, we are trying to fill it up. And now we are at the sloka number 196 we completed, where Vidyaranya talks about the Paramatma and Ishvara. In some places, it is from Brahman only the creation occurred. That's why it says, Yadova imane bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayam tabisham vishanti, tad vijnasasva, tad brahmeti, from which the whole universe came, by which it is sustained, and into which it goes back. That is Brahman. So Brahman is the cause of Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. And in other places, it says Ishvara is the creator. So, is it Ishvara or is it Brahman? Or is a Brahman or Ishvara or mutually superimposed or adhyasa? This was the question that was raised. And says in the analysis, it is the Ishvara to Brahman relationship is same as Kutastha to Jiva. So both are adhyasa. Means it is superimposition of, in the case of a jiva, the notion that I am this. So jiva is the Kutastha Chaitanyam and the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa means local reflection and the all-pervading light that falls as though on the local is called Kutastha Chaitanyam. So even though it's all-pervading, we are looking at that part of the all-pervading. Even though all-pervading is spotless, only that part is as though falling on the local mind and gets reflected. It's called Chidabhasa, where a notion that I am a jiva arises in the Chidabhasa or Chidabhasa activated mind, and that mind has a notion that I am a local conscious entity different from other conscious entities. So the whole 6th chapter starts with the jiva, that is the Chidabhasa, and Kutastha Chaitanyam, and Jalaka, the Meghakasha and Mahakasha. So the Ishvara and the Brahman. So Ishvara and Brahman and the Jiva or Chidabhasa and the Kutastha Chaitanyam, these are at the local level it is Jiva, at the global level it's the Ishvara. Ishvara is a reflection of the total consciousness in the total mind. That's what is called the Ishvara. The total consciousness as though falling on the local mind, which is called Kutastha Chaitanyam, when it gets reflected, and that is called a Chidabhasa, and the notion that I am only this Chidabhasa is a Jiva notion. So all these things are explained in terms of the Ghatakasha, Jalakasha, and Meghakasha and Mahakasha. See, the Jalakasha and Ghatakasha. Ghatakasha is the local equipment, that is the mind, and Jalakasha is a reflection of the Akasha in that local water that is inside the pot. That is Kutastha Chaitanyam is what is in the Jalakasha. And the Mahakasha and the Meghakasha, where the reflection of the total Akasha in the waters of the clouds is picturized as the Ishvara and the Brahman. So these are the 4 aspects that have been discussed throughout in this 6th chapter. Now the question that was asked is, how does this creation occur? Is Is it a superimposition or a mutual superimposition of Ishvara on Brahman or Brahman and Ishvara? So in order to understand this, one has to have systematically analyzed the scriptures using the 6 Shadlingas, and there is essentially called a Mimamsa, and if you correctly do not understand it, then it is a problem. It says in the 96th sloka, so scripture says Satyam Jnanam Anantam is Brahman, and it starts with that. At the same time, it says Yado Vacho Nivartamte Aprapya Manasa Saha. So it says the creation starts with Tasmatva Etasmat Atman Akasha Sambhutaha Akashat Vayu Vayu Agni Agni Abha the Prithivya Voshadaya Voshadi Byonnam Annat Purushaha. So that's how the sequence of creation was being described. And at the same time, it says that Brahman, even though it's creation, it's untouched. Untouched means that you cannot really, even though a description is provided, but Brahman cannot cannot undergo any transformation because it's Brahman. Brahman means infinite. Only its apparent transformation. Therefore, scripture says, is untouched by any of this creation, unaffected by any of the creation. And it is essentially the statement of Asangaha is defined in the Yado Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasasaha. The speech cannot go there, the words cannot go there, nothing can go there. Why? Because it is not something to go and describe. It's not an objectifiable entity. And this is why these statements are meant for, it is asangaha, untouched by that. And same statement Krishna makes in a different way. It says, Maya tadamidam sarvam jagad avyaktamurtina mastani sarva bhutani. All beings are in me. That means I am pervading everything and they are in me. Mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitaha, but I am untouched by their avastas, their states of experiences or sufferings will not touch me. Therefore, I am asangaha. So that is how the Krishna defines there in terms of Brahman, as a Brahman or Ishvara is untouched by the happenings inside the creation. Now we will do 197. Mayi srujati vishvam sat Mayi srujati vishvam san Mayi srujati vishvam san Niruddhastatra mayaya Anya itya para bhrute Sutiste nishvara srujet. Together, Mayi sujati vishvam san Niruddhastatra mayaya Anya itya para bhrute Sutiste nishvara srujet. So in the previous one, coming from the Taittiriya Upanishad, it came from the Brahman, from the Atma. So Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha, Akashat Vayu Agni Abha Adva Prithivya Voshadaya Bhyonnam Annat Purushaha. So in that sequence from Akasha Vayu Agni Abha Prithvi, and from there the Voshadaya, the plant kingdom, the food, and then Annam, the food, and then the Purusha, the beings are born. That's how the scripture from the Brahman point is being defined. But in the other Upanishad, it says Mayi Srujati. Mayi means Ishvara. So that is from the Sveteshwara. So is essentially Mayavi. So the Mayanta Prakritim Vidya Mayinanta Maheshwaram, the one who is the wielder of Maya, is Srujati, is creator, is Vishwam San. So that is the creation of the total universe is done by Ishvara, says the Sveteshwara Upanishad. So, Mahi Ishvaraha, the wielder of Maya, Vishwam Sujati, Tatra, in that world, Mayaya, by Maya. So, by Maya, using Maya, Mayavi, the wielder of Maya, creates this. So, the whole universe is only Maya. Maya is Prakriti. So, Prakriti itself is the Trigunatmikam, that is of the Sattva, Rajas, Tamogunam, and Tamoguna, from Tamoguna part, all the 14 lokas have been created. This is how the creation is created from the Ishvara, says the Aparasrutihi Brute. So in another scriptures, that is in the Svetesvara, this has been said that Ishvara created this. In the one, Brahman created. Therefore, everything has to be Samanvayam. Saman means self-consistency. For self-consistency, it's same as from Brahman, as though Ishvara is creating. So Brahman and Ishvara is one is a reflection of Brahman in the total mind. That is called the Mayi Ishvara. Therefore, that Maya, by Maya, this is Niruddhaha. One gets bound because of Maya only. Because one doesn't know that it is a Maya, therefore takes it as a real and therefore gets bound. If you understood that it is only Maya, then bondage is gone. So, Maya, by Maya, that's why Krishna says, Daivim Esha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratchaya, Mame Vaye Prapadyante, Maya Medam Tarantite. Only by surrendering to me, one can cross over the Maya. So how do I surrender? Surrender, I am this notion to that higher reality. That is what essentially iti Srutihi. So the Srutihi Apara, the other scriptures Brute declare, Tena Ishvara Srujate. Therefore, creation is by Ishvara. In the other statement, so Atma, which is same as Brahman, is the creator. So which is correct? Both are correct, because then one has to find out what's the relation between the Brahman and Ishvara. So Ishvara is reflection of Brahman, because Brahman cannot create by itself, because it is infinite. So it is an apparent creation. So we have an apparent creator and the apparent material all coming from the same source, Brahman, because Brahman is Brahman. Brahman means Brahman being infinite, there cannot be anything other than Brahman. If there is a creator, has to be in Brahman only. If there is a material for creation, has to be in Brahman only. So everything has to be in Brahman, but in Brahman there is nothing other than Brahman. So these are not contradictions, because it is a ontological status. One is absolute reality, another only at a relative scale. The dream creation, I am lying down, where is the creation? It is in my mind only, but at the same time I am in the creation also. So all are possible. That's what a nature providing, Ishvara providing a dream example for us to recognize this is the same as the total creation also. We'll do 198. Anandamayi Ishoyam Anandamayi Ishohayam Bahusyamitya Vaikshata Bahusyamitya Vaikshata Hiranyagarbha Rupoha Hiranyagarbha Rupo Bhut Hiranyagarbha Rupo Bhut Suptihi Swapno Yatha Bhavet Suptihi Swapno Yatha Bhavet. Together, Anandamayi Ishoyam Bahusyamitya Vaikshata Hiranyagarbha Rupo Bhut Suptihi Swapno Yatha Bhavet. I am this Anandamayaha Ishvaraha, this Anandamaya Ishvara, the one who is the blissful Ishvara, that means he is ever enchanting by the total happiness that he is enjoying. So Anandamayaha Ishvaraha Bahusyam Praja Eti Bahusyam Iti. So Bahusyam means may I become many. So in the Taittiriya Upanishad, in the Chandogya Upanishad, the Upanishad starts with what was there before creation. Existence alone was there before creation. Sadeva, the existence alone is the Sadeva Soumya Idamagram Asid Egameva Advitiyam. And then it says Tadaikshada Bahusyam. It saw and it wanted to become many. So here it says Anandamayaha, blissful Ishvara is Bahusyam, may I become many. Iti Avaikshata is in Tadaikshata. So this Avaikshata, it contemplated on how I can become many, on what basis I can become many, how am I going to become many. This is a statement. So he became many into these varieties. Why did he become like this, not the other way? That's what people always ask a question. So why did he create this kind of world, not a better world? Why didn't he consult me? I would have given a better choice. Why did he create all the miseries and all that everybody is suffering? And what kind of God is he? Is he a sadistic God? These are the comments people make without clear understanding of Vedanta. When it says, God created. So what's the explanation? It says, oh, it's a Leela Vibhuti. It is the play of the Lord. So that's it. Well, Leela Vibhuti is okay. If he wants to have a play, he can have, but not at my expense. Why am I should be suffered because of his play? So this is a second question that comes in the explanation of Leela Vibhuti. And you say, no, he himself became many. So you are not there. He is the only one. So who am I? Then you have to find out who you are and what's your relationship with Ishvara also. So these are the questions that come in because of not clear understanding of what this really means. So Bahushyam Praja Eti, let me become many. On what basis? So this is the same basis. So when I give an example of a goldsmith created varieties and varieties of ornaments. Why? Because he has a capacity to create and he has a material to create, so he created. So I went to shop, the gold shop, and of course goldsmith is also there, and I wanted to buy some particular ring. Then I looked around, all the rings, varieties of rings are there, but not the kind I want. So why is he selling all this kind of silly, not the type that I want? So I went to ask the goldsmith, who is a merchant also, sir, why are you making all these useless rings, not the one that I like? Sir, what is the one like? I gave him my design. He says, nobody will buy that, but if you really want that kind of only, I will make it for you, but it will be very expensive because it's not a custom, it's a custom made for you. I can make it for you. I make those things because there is a market, demand there. If nobody wants to buy, I won't make those. Because people want to buy only that kind of rings and bangles, not the kind that you want. Therefore, the reason I am making those particular types is because there is a demand. People like it. Same way, the Lord creates because of people like it. So what is that like? I didn't know that I like it. This is really suffering here. This is because your vasanas or likes and dislikes propel the type of the world that is going to be. So Lord, looking at the total vasana of all beings put together and satisfying all their demands, and has to create because they have to go through those likes and dislikes they have done in the past, have to be experienced now. Therefore the world is created to exhaust those vasanas. What happens is, as a human being, when I have a willpower, then in exhausting, I accumulate new vasanas. Then I have to be born again to exhaust those vasanas. Then I make more vasanas. Some I deposit into my account, that's called the total bank account, and I bring only those vasanas that can be exhausted in this life, and in the process I accumulate more. Either I exhaust now or put into my account. So no one really suffers because of somebody else's actions. I cannot be born because somebody ate an apple. That is a silly theory. But here says, I am accountable for my actions. So whatever I am suffering is because of the actions that I have done in the past. Whether I know it or not, accounts have to be settled. That's essentially is the cause for the creation. So here, Bahusyam, so let me become many. How? That is essentially Avaichat. Avaichat means he contemplated on how I should become many. So the process of becoming many is dictated by the previous karmas of all jivas put together, becomes a seed for the birth of different types of lives here. So if I want a better world, then I have to change my vasanas in such a way that I will be experiencing a better world. If everyone does the better vasanas accumulate, then the world will also be automatically changes. So you cannot blame the Ishvara for creating this kind, because this is the kind that are needed for exhausting our vasanas. So what should I do now? If I have a choice, make a better choice so that next time I experience the future prarabdha is nothing but the past prarabdha modified by my present action. So if I can evolve further, I become a master of my own creation compared to a prisoner of my past also. So this is what the theory of karma is. So here the Bahusyam iti avaikshata hiranyagarbha rupaha abhut. So first thing he formed is the hiranyagarbha. In the form of hiranyagarbha, he has attained the status. So the Ishvara has first become a hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means a total mind of all jivas put together. So hiranyagarbha rupaha and abhut attained. Yadha suptihi, just as the deep sleep, swapnaha, dream, bhaved. So just as in the dream creation is being formed, in the same way the whole creation is supper. How do dream creation occurs? I just go to sleep and I turn all the lights off and AC is on, everything is comfortable. I put even a glass of water in case I am feeling thirsty, and then I lie down and slept. Then once I sleep, that sleep covers, that called Nidra Shakti. Nidra Shakti covers my status that I am sleeping in the AC room, in the dark room, and with all comfortable, because I had a scrumptious dinner and then I am sleeping there. And I dream. In the dream, I am dreaming as though I am in a big forest and there's a bright sunlight there, and I am running, being chased by some wild people, and running, saving my own life. And in the forest there are trees and the valleys and the rivers and the ponds and all that is being created. And where is the creation? Where is the pond? Where is all in my mind only? Mind of the waker's mind is creating the whole universe there. So waker's mind is the Hiranyagarbha of the dream creation. So the consciousness using the waker's mind as the Hiranyagarbha and as a total mind with its all these suppressions and oppressions forming a basis for creation of the dream world. That's what essentially example here says. The Hiranyagarbha rupaha. So the status of Hiranyagarbha abhut attained. Yadha, in the same way, suptihi, as in the deep sleep state, swapna, dreams, bhaved. The dream world becomes, as it goes into the deep sleep state, all are folded into that state, and it's only in the potential form. So 199. Kramena yugapad jaisha, Kramena yugapad dvaisha, Srushtirgneya yatha srutihi, Srushtirgneya yatha srutihi, Dvividha sruti sadbhava, Dvividha sruti sadbhava, Dvivida Swapna Darshanat, Dvivida Swapna Darshanat. Together. Kramena Yugapad Jaisha Srushtirnyaya Yatha Srutihi Dvivida Sruti Sadbhavad Dvivida Swapna Darshanat. Jaisha, this Srushti, this creation, Dvividha, there are two types can be explained, or two types can be accounted. Sruti Sadbhavata, because of this Sruti, because of the ways it is expanded in the body of the text of the scriptures. Scripture define the Shruti in two different places, or many different places, in two ways. One is a bang, like a big bang, like a bang, the whole creation suddenly appears. In the other one, it is a kramena. It is one by one, sequentially, one by one, as though it is created. So there are two ways that have been explained. One is kramena, that is in sequence. Where the sequence in the Taittiriya Upanishad that we talked about just now, where from the Atma, Akashaha, space came, from the space, Akashat, Vayuhu, from the space, the air, that is the gaseous state, and from the gaseous state, then there is the Akashat, Vayu, Agni, then energy, and Agni, Apaha, from energy, then water, the liquid state, and Abhya Prithvi, from that a solid state. So there is a sequence of that. Then when the Prithvi, the earth, has become solidified and become conducive for the growth of the plant kingdom, says from the Prithivya Oshadayaha, from there the Oshadaya. Oshadaya means the plant kingdom came, and Oshadebhyonnam, from the plant kingdom provided the food for all. That means both the vegetarians and non-vegetarians also. Non-vegetarians are nothing but the twice cooked vegetarian. The things that eat vegetarian, and they eat those animals that are called non-vegetarian only. So they are all ultimately comes to the vegetable as the basis of creation itself. So the Oshadayaha, Oshadibhyonnam, Annam comes from the plant kingdom, and Annat Purushaha, from that Purusha came. So this is a sequential Kramena Srishti, that called Kramena, and then Yugapata, or simultaneously everything. So when you go to dream state, you don't see this creation. First Akasha has to be created. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Abhya, Prithvi, all this you don't see. You find yourself in the creation of, with all the space is there, water is there, land is there, trees are there, people are there, everything is there. And you by yourself already grown up in such a condition, and the tiger that you created yourself is now chasing you to eat you up. So all that is it's called simultaneously everything is created. Vayatha Sutigneyaha, this has to be understood as either a spontaneous creation of the whole thing or a sequential creation. Both are possible. Vayatha Sutigneyaha, scripture says, Dvivida Swapna Darshanat. So says two types of dream creation also are there. One, I create spontaneously everything, but in the creation of dream, I can see also sequentially some things are being born and growing up, and also can be done in the dream creation also. Both are possible, it says. So we go to the next loka after we come back. We'll stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.